Just this week, the famed auction house Sotheby's purchased its own forensic lab to help unmask fraudulent works of art. But fraud is also a problem in another rarefied realm, the world of fine wine. And that has created a whole new line of work for those with a keen eye and nose for a bogus bottle. Jonathon Vigliotti has the story.
London's Berry Brothers wine shop is older than the United States of America, 319 years old to be exact. Inside looks like a library, with some wines on these shelves as old as literary classics. Prices easily reach thousands of dollars. It's liquid currency, and counterfeiters are cashing in. That's where Philip Moulin steps in.
How many bottles are here in this warehouse?
In this warehouse, we have approaching 3 million bottles.
3 million.
So an expensive bottle of wine with what, to you and I, at first glance, would look like a pretty simple label.
As wine authenticator, it's his job to make sure every bottle is, as the label on it says it to be. And as he explained to me at Berry Brothers Wine Warehouse outside London, looks can often be deceiving.
How often does a counterfeit bottle cross your eyes?
Thankfully, rarely. But the thing is that when it does, it's very often really high value.
In fact, the $15 billion fine wine industry is a juicy target for counterfeiters. In 2013, a French newspaper claimed as much as 20% of Bordeaux's and Burgundies were frauds. In China, where the luxury wine market has exploded in recent years, tens of thousands of bottles of fake famous wines have been confiscated by police and destroyed. Moulin's role is to spot fakes before they enter the warehouse shelves and potentially damage the company's perfect reputation.
You start ticking off red flags. So does the capsule look right? Does the label look right? Does the actual paper on the label look correct? Is it correct for its age? If we have enough red flags, we know we have a problem.
Moulin says every detail of this 1961 bottle of Bordeaux was spot on, except for one.
Where we should have the word imprimé, for the French word for printed in France, they've not only misspelt the word imprimé, but they've also missed a letter off in the printing.
The bottle is believed to be the handiwork of Rudy Kurniawan, the master counterfeiter who in 2011 was sentenced to 10 years in prison for selling over $50 million of fake wine bottled in his California home. Among his victims, billionaire William Koch, who in 2005 discovered 211 bottles he purchased were worthless. Scams like that have led winemakers to outfit their newer bottles with special labels.
Look at those, see the sparkly bits under there?
Like money, a blue light and a magnifying glass reveal clues from shiny specks
Have a go yourself.
to even words invisible to the naked eye.
So William and George, so who are those people?
They are the sons of the owners, so they've just put their children's names around the outside of the label just as a little tribute to their children, but also as an anti-counterfeiting measure. To replicate a label like that with such fine print is incredibly difficult to do.
The bottles are also crucial. After Berry Brothers exclusive wine tastings, empty bottles of priceless vintages are smashed in case a fraudster pulls one from the garbage to reuse or sell on eBay. When a wine is suspect, the final step is to send it to this Bordeaux laboratory, where physicist Philippe Hubert tests it using gamma rays to date the carbon inside. It's the same lab that delivered the bad news to William Koch about his collector's vintage. But for the everyday battle, winemakers and collectors rely on experts like Philip Moulin and his team as the first line of defense against the fraudsters. So far, Moulin believes the lines are holding. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Jonathon Vigliotti, London.
It's amazing all the trouble people will go to make a fake.
There is an amazing documentary about Rudy Kurniawan, the sort of seller of a lot of those fraudulent bottles, called Sour Grapes.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.